live off our own cholesterol without having any coming from food. So every human was designed to just live off his own cholesterol. But more cholesterol came when humans learned to make food and to process food at industrial scale. That's where the whole thing started. And we want to understand that because you were designed to live off your own cholesterol, the process that leads to that cholesterol production in your liver happens in a complex 37-step reaction that we could sit here and talk about it all day. Why is that important? That's important because when it comes to people asking, should I take medicine or not, that will answer the question, because you will know, how do you know which of the 37 steps is malfunctioning so you can target it? You don't. So here, therefore, the reason why you ended up being on the medicine, this is the reason. So I put that in deliberately. The remainder of the cholesterol, which is the 20%, come from food. And therefore, this conversation today is about how do we deal with that 20%. Because the one that the liver is doing incorrectly, we will sort it out with medicine. But you've got that 20% that you need to cater for and get improved, right? Perfect. So in order for cholesterol to move in the body, it cannot travel through the blood alone. Anybody know why the reason that is? Lucky dip? Cholesterol is greasy, it's waxy. So what's the reason why it cannot travel in the blood on its own? Because the blood is water. Water and oil don't mix. So therefore, it needs a little protein to carry it around. And this is why you hear the name low density lipoprotein and high density lipoprotein. Because when you go to buy the food, you read the packaging, all you see is LDL, HDL. So I put that in so we can understand that all that is trying to account for the form of cholesterol, purely because cholesterol, being greasy, cannot freely travel through the blood and therefore need these proteins to carry it around. And the protein is what determines which of the cholesterol is bad and which one is good. So we have two groups of the cholesterol. The low density lipoprotein, which is the LDL-C cholesterol, they tend to carry cholesterol from the liver into your bloodstream and into your arteries. In other words, they take from store and go and dump it into your blood vessels where we don't want it to be. Whereas the high density lipoproteins, or HDL-Cs, they take the cholesterol, they mop it up from your bloodstream and your arteries and take that to your liver for storage and into your muscles for them to be utilized. So hence the name came. So therefore, in real life, low means good, but in this case it's the reverse. High density means the good cholesterol, and then low density means the bad cholesterol, because low take from the liver and into the arteries, whereas high take it from the arteries into the liver to be stored. So again, that's just a diagram to show it. So low take it from here, dump it in there. High takes it from there here. So therefore, low is bad and high is good. So is it all bad news? No, not really. So a form of cholesterol is vital for every human to have a normal living function, because cholesterol plays a role in your cells. It's what your cells use to make their own membrane. Cholesterol helps you to make vitamin D. So this is why people who are on the weight loss drugs that cause you to lose a lot of fat, they have vitamin D deficiency because they're not absorbing that properly. And vitamin D is a fat-soluble multivitamin. You also need that to make sex hormones. So people who have abnormally with their cholesterol level struggle to make a lot of estrogen, and men struggle to make testosterone. And that may play a role with fertility as well. So cholesterol is not all bad. It has a role when it comes to normal health and well-being. And finally, your liver also uses it to make bile acid, and the bile acid that we make from cholesterol is what we use to break the fat whenever we eat fatty food. So we have some arbitrary target, which every individual have their own target, but overall, when we do the broad spectrum, most people should be aiming for this target. Okay, total cholesterol should be below 5. Some people may not have because they have some genetic reasons why we just cannot get them under 5. And then HDL, which is the good, we want it to be around there, and non-HDL, etc., etc. Those are the numbers I just want you to see. I don't want to bore you with those. You can look those up on the internet if you want to. So what exactly accounts for that 20% rise in cholesterol that we have? It's mainly our lifestyle. We are just not eating and living right, okay? And the main sources of that cholesterol, number one, come from dairy and poultry food. So if you boil an egg and you eat just one yolk of the egg, you have consumed 250 to 300 milligrams of cholesterol. That's what you've got. So imagine people who eat 2 or 3 boiled eggs a day, and they do that for 7 days a week because they go to work and have it with a cup of tea. You are a ticking time bomb for clogged up arteries, and heart attack is knocking at the door before you reach 50. Okay? People who eat a lot of dairy products, so milk, cheese, butter, okay, those are crucial. They also constitute a lot of your cholesterol. People who eat a lot of animal products, so meat, red meat, beef, pork, lamb, and the processed equivalent, cheese, sausages, bacon, and then ham, and the families. All those stuff constitute high cholesterol level, and that then will clog the arteries. Enzyme is robust, you know, the sausage, long sausage, very rich in cholesterol. Please and please wean that sausages down. They're not very, very good. And a lot of saturated sources of fat. So those who eat a lot of cookies, chocolate, crisp, biscuit, okay, cakes, muffins, and all those stuff, they constitute a lot of triglyceride into your system, and they eventually will clog your arteries up. So we want to be very, very careful with those food products. Being less active, we talked about it in hypertension, so I wouldn't go about it again. Smoking, alcohol consumption, and being overweight. Again, when you pause, you can see that all these things are intertwined. So high blood pressure and high cholesterol and diabetes, they are all like Siamese twins. They're identical twins. One cause the other make the other worse. So the key is in the detail. Just make the improvement that you need for hypertension, and some of them will cater for your high cholesterol level as well. Some people may have the high cholesterol level, not because they got a bad lifestyle, but because there are certain things happening in their life that they cannot control. For example, they have